Getting closer and closer to where she was. Thursday primetime in Knoxville, and South Carolina controls the tip. There's Bree Hall. Back to Kitts, and immediately she's going inside to her counterpart, and Kamilla's back.
Absolutely. Attacking right away. You're not going to see Tennessee bring a double because Cardoso can see right over the top of them. Got to play really good defense, force them to hit tough shots.
Jasmine Powell will take the three. Where does Tennessee start offensively against this defense of South Carolina?
I think they've got to be aggressive to the rim. I don't think settling for those quick threes from the outside is the recipe.
Dawn Staley and Kelly Harper going head-to-head. Kelly Harper coaching at her alma mater. Dawn Staley building South Carolina up to a team that has won 2 national titles. And that's going to be a travel on Jewel Spear. We mentioned it for South Carolina offensively. They shoot the three better than anyone else in the nation. Their paint point production is insane. 54% of their points come in the paint. Bree Hall misses but gets her own rebound. It's swatted away by Tamari Key, who is Tennessee's career blocks leader. Jasmine Powell loses the battle with Paopao, but gets it back. Rukia Jackson for 2. Paopao pushing in transition.
And this is where South Carolina can be so dangerous in transition. Really important for Tennessee. Good offensive execution. Get back.
Bree Hall's shot from the elbow rattles out. Tennessee going in transition. Sarah Puckett on the baseline. Jackson almost had the rebound, but here comes Paopao. Kelly Harper said transition defense was a focus for Tennessee against the Gamecocks. Kitts somehow banks that in. Tennessee fans wanted a travel.
Well, you mentioned the transition defense, and good offensive execution is the start to that transition defense. Getting shots out of the flow of your offense, taking care of the basketball. You're not going to get too many open looks with this South Carolina defense. When you do, you got to knock them down.
South Carolina only gives up 54 points per game. There's a bank in the first bucket for Jasmine Powell in Tennessee.
Establish themselves offensively.
The swipe by Puckett up to Powell, guarded by Hall, and Jasmine Powell. And an offensive foul on Chloe Kitts on the screen. Jasmine Powell's role has increased as the season has gone on, especially when Destiny Wells went out with that season-ending injury in practice back in December. Trying to get it to Paopao. She's guarded by Jewel Spear. Cardoso, the turnaround.
And that was just really good work by Cardoso. The timing, understanding when the duck in is happening.
She went and played 3 games with her national team, then had Wednesday's full day of practice and shoot around today to get used to the Gamecock system again. Inside to Key. Mouse in the house. She was guarded by Raven Johnson. Key's going to win that right over the top. Turnover into the hands of Jackson. Oh, gotta finish it. Jasmine Powell's second life for the Lady Vols. And Rukia Jackson hitting Sarah Puckett, breaking to the basket.
South Carolina, every loose ball has to be yours.
Tamari Key's doing a great job of defending without fouling, too.
She really is. She's staying vertical. She's forcing Cardoso to score over the top or around her.
Spear here with the crossover. Puckett with the strip and the score. A 12-2 run for Tennessee. Bree Hall, there it is. Finally, she sees it go through.
Yeah, that was a great take by Bree Hall. No rotation, no help. Hall is able to finish. You think about the pace of this game, Courtney, and the pace of this game certainly favoring South Carolina. Their depth right now. Tennessee looks a little bit tired and fatigued early.
South Carolina's had 3 subs waiting at the table for it seems like forever. Swish!
Kelly Harper's going to have to be strategic with her substitution patterns. Not the same depth that South Carolina has, but has to make sure to keep Rakia Jackson, Jasmine Powell, and Tamari Key fresh.
Yeah, she's put in Jillian Hollingshed and Caroline Striplin and Ashlyn Watkins with the bucket. For Wiley all up in Jasmine Powell's grill. She's trying to shake her, makes it a tough shot. Tennessee with the O-board. Hollingshed for 2, too much. And Raven Johnson, she loves to run up to Sanaya Fagan.
That's one of those transition buckets. You talk about offensive execution, shot selection, just as much as turning over can lead to those breaks.
Did Raven bring the crock pot on the road? Is she cooking? Trying to go inside to Striplin. Hard to do that with Ashlyn Watkins there.
It is.
So Tamari Key, Sarah Puckett back in for Tennessee. And Rakia Jackson up at the top of the key. 4 seconds. Powell lets it fly. Puckett got in there, got on the glass. Second look won't drop in. Maybe a third will for Tennessee.
Ashlyn Watkins is everywhere on the floor.
10 seconds now for South Carolina. For Wiley, the step back 3. And puts South Carolina on top barely after 10 minutes. Mylasia Fulwiley.
The patience and the poise with the clock winding down. Mylasia Fulwiley knows it. She steps back. That's nothing but the bottom of the net.
And we asked Dawn Staley about Nikki. She said nobody worked harder. Rakia Jackson puts up the shot. South Carolina on that 7-0 run after trailing most of the first quarter. Tennessee's missed its last 9 shots now.
8 of those misses coming after Dawn Staley getting into her team in that timeout, challenging them on the defensive end of the floor.
There's a big play for Jasmine Powell. She's been shot out of a cannon since this game started.
I love how aggressive she's been getting to the paint. So staying aggressive, putting pressure on the defense, and that's a great screen by Sarah Puckett, taking the contact and finishing the play.
That'll be the first foul against Tamari Key. Oh, excuse me. I think they called that against Sanaya Fagan. My apologies, wrong number 20. Chloe Kitts had an illness, and you see what she did as a starter compared to off the bench.
Oh my goodness, you look at her numbers. I mean, averaging a double-double, shooting at 63% from the floor, and Dawn Staley telling us we've got to find her more minutes. She's got to be on the floor for us. She's just impactful, and watching her growth and development from more than just being athletic on the floor, now thinking the game, understanding schemes, using her versatility on the defensive end.
And she's become more vocal on the floor too, directing the guards, telling them where she wants the basketball. She'll take it right there.
I mean, that's a perfect example. Attacking the rim, finishing, probably a little bit of contact, great body control.
She's the only Gamecock to dunk too, and she's done it twice.
And that's what you're talking about right there, that communication.
Yes.
There was a little bit of miscommunication in terms of the timing, but exactly what Dawn Staley was talking about.
And Rickea Jackson made South Carolina pay. Tessa Johnson misses on the baseline.
Flex action coming. Yep.
You see her again.
I know, yeah. And that's what Dawn Staley had mentioned to us, just her growth in understanding what we're trying to do on both ends of the floor.
Sarah Puckett whistled for her first foul, sends Tessa Johnson to the free throw line. That's going to be our sonic blockbuster. Auburn just destroying South Carolina last night. Men's college, Kelly Harper has talked about it. It's been fun to watch this team grow. Yeah, they've taken some losses, but she sees them learning from those losses. They're never satisfied. Jewel Spear off of Tennessee. Johnson pushing up ahead to Hall. Kamilla Cardoso up and in.
All day, and that is not going to be one that Kelly Harper is pleased with. In transition, off of a dead ball.
Cardoso working on Key. Back to the free throw line for Kamilla Cardoso.
She's going to continue to try to go to work.
So Tamari Key will take a seat with those 2 fouls. Misses the second. There's a lane for Rickea Jackson. She pulls up.
And I think you continue to allow Rickea Jackson to get the ball at the top of the key and see what develops. She's shown she's going to make the right play, whether it's attacking or facilitating.
Paopao, no. Cardoso, offensive board, no. Bree Hall falls to the floor, along with Rickea Jackson.
Her motor, her ability to rebound, to attack, to handle the basketball, to defend multiple positions.
She's got the last 7 points for Tennessee. Inside to Puckett. Up and in, and fouled by Bree Hall. And talking to Sarah this season, she said, I had a mental block last year. That's what she called it. She said, I've just got that next play mentality now. And that's something that's hard, especially in your sophomore season, to figure out. But as a junior, she's got it.
It is hard, especially when you're a perfectionist. You want to do everything exactly the right way.
Powell can push. She's got Spear. She needs help.
That's the decision making. Those are the mistakes that you can't afford to make against a team like South Carolina.
Raven Johnson will slow things down. South Carolina won for its last 9. 10 seconds. Bree Hall. South Carolina just 1 for 4 from 3. Poked away by Chloe Kitts. Up ahead to Hall. Missed the transition bucket.
You got to give credit to this Tennessee defense. Trying to keep South Carolina uncomfortable, being disruptive.
Highlight reel for Rickea. She's got 13. Tennessee trying to take a lead into the locker room on the #1 team in the nation. Five seconds. Paopao, no space, but she gets it off to Watkins, who is fouled by Rickea Jackson. Well, now for tonight's Need to Know, it's brought to you by USPS Ground Advantage. Rickea Jackson led Tennessee 13 points, 4 rebounds. Lady Vols were able to force 9 turnovers for a team that averages 13 a game. Keep in mind, too, South Carolina has won 41 straight SEC regular season games, but they trail by 3.
You got the ISO.
And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Tamari Key.
Against Cardoso inside.
And now she has to take a seat. And look, you know Raven Johnson is going to throw it up to Kamilla Cardoso, her best friend. They've played for the last 7 years together, dating before South Carolina.
I used to watch those two in that combination in AAU basketball. Just throw it up and let her go get it.
Spicy. Chloe Kitts with the bucket. You heard Rakia Jackson tell Angel Gray just before the half, you can't play scared against South Carolina. Tennessee did not do that. They looked very comfortable in the first half. Jackson short on the shot. Back to Cardoso, guarded by Hollingshed. There you go.
Yeah, go to work. Don't even think about kicking that thing back out. She had 2 feet in the paint. She's got to turn and score that.
9.7 boards for Kamilla.
She's going to get a touch every possession down the floor. They're going to play right through her.
Jasmine Powell didn't cool off in the locker room. She's up to 9.
That's a tough shot and finish high off the glass.
Te-Hina Paopao has not scored for South Carolina, and she heard me saying it.
She's got to get going.
Yes.
She's got to find a way to get going, whether that's going to the rim just like that, knocking down some outside shots.
She shoots it from 3 better than anyone in the nation. Sarah Puckett will fire. Swish! Puckett bucket! Caitlin Clark. You know what? She got to do it at home.
Yeah, got to do it at home. She would have taken the W at Nebraska.
Well, definitely.
But, I mean, what a special talent.
3,528 points in 126 games played, passing Kelsey Plum, the most in D1 history. Caitlin Clark. Paopao got her shot back. Tennessee 3 for its last 3. Powell. Raven to Kamilla, missed the layup. Chloe Kitts with the putback.
Can't allow them to get out in transition. And if you're the Gamecocks, this is what you want to do. Miss shots. If you don't get turnovers off of missed shots, made shots, get it out and go.
South Carolina averages 21 fast break points a game.
Get another one. And right now, Cardoso has every mismatch in the book.
She told Raven, just come on, I got her. Rakia Jackson, the spin, drops it in.
That's ridiculous, that move right there. Are you kidding me, Rakia Jackson?
Mylasia Fulwiley almost added to her reel.
Great pass.
Oh! Get it! Jasmine Powell.
She believed in her more than she believed in herself. She was brought to tears. She said, I play every game for her, and it reminds me a lot of how Pat Summitt used to repeat to Candace Parker. Left foot, right foot, breathe, repeat. It fuels them.
Yeah, absolutely. This game, Tennessee honoring the late Nikki McCray Penson, who passed away this summer. After a battle with cancer, they honored Tasha Butts on Monday, who also passed away from cancer this year. Laser Wiley with the steal, with the score.
And this could be danger time.
Jewel Spear has not scored for Tennessee.
No, and South Carolina's done a really good job of making her uncomfortable. Shot clock's winding down.
3 seconds.
She makes it look easy.
17 for Rakia. Sanaya Fagan. Trying to get past Hollingshed. Jillian will take a seat. Fagan gets the first.
Well, this is a lineup. Defensively, she's got to check Sanaya Fagan, but you got to keep Watkins off the glass.
Watkins with the assist.
But you can feel it right now. You can feel the Gamecocks starting to get a little bit of momentum. Starting to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end. Important for the Lady Vols to continue to answer. Too easy.
Tessa Johnson can't finish though.
Tennessee again fortunate in that drop coverage on the on-ball screen that the Gamecocks are not knocking down those buckets.
Tess Darby thought about it inside to Stripling. Jewel Spear, a player that averages 13 points per game. She's hit more threes than anybody on Tennessee's team. And she's not just a three-point shooter now. She's expanded her game.
I think that's been one of the biggest areas of growth for her.
Raven Johnson may have gotten away with a travel. Possession arrow to Tennessee. Foul is open, 6 seconds. Tennessee 2 for 14 from 3. Tessa Johnson. And again, transition. So good for South Carolina.
It absolutely is. You have to stop the basketball. That was way too easy. These are those little moments, though, the difference, because South Carolina takes advantage of every mistake that you make.
That's why nobody has been able to beat them. They're the only undefeated team in the nation. Didn't start the season as the #1 team in the nation, but boy, have they shown they are. They're being tested on the road. Watkins getting her own rebound and fouled. Missed them both, and Tennessee's got the rebound. They can hold for the last shot of the quarter. If they can hold onto the ball, they do. Tennessee has not had a field goal in almost 3 minutes. Three seconds for Rakia. And she's fouled. Rakia Jackson can tie it. She does. For Wiley. But it's tied at 48. What'll be the difference in these last 10 minutes?
It's going to be execution. Execution. Can Tennessee continue their offensive execution and defensively be disruptive and make life difficult? And for South Carolina, can they get out in transition? Can they get some easy buckets? Can they feed Cardoso inside?
Cardoso has 11. You heard Dawn tell Angel they want to feed her, get her the basketball if they can. Watkins going up and over 2 Tennessee defenders.
That's a heck of a play by Ashlyn Watkins. That was terrific defense by Tennessee, great pressure, and that's better offense.
South Carolina scored 23 points in the third quarter. Jewel Spear, 3 seconds. Still looking for her first points tonight. Bree Hall to the free throw line. Excuse me, they're going to put that on Powell and not on Tamari. So that's the second on Jasmine Powell. Tamari Key with 3 fouls. Both teams have led for just under 13 minutes. 6 seconds for the Lady Vols.
Got a space. If you're Puckett, you got to give Rakia Jackson space to work.
Shot clock violation. Watkins working on Jackson. Rebound to Tennessee, and now they will push. Powell against Paopao. She's fouled by Te-Hina Paopao, her second. Jasmine Powell up to 12 points. She's got 8 rebounds. I think she helped set the tone for Tennessee in this game right from the jump.
She absolutely did. She was aggressive to the rim. She was making plays for herself, for others.
Watkins throws it away.
I love the way Tennessee's playing that play. They are forcing Watkins back into the help. They're not allowing the ISO to happen.
Tennessee's been without a field goal 6+ minutes. Puckett's begging for the basketball at the top of your screen. And Cardoso just makes that a hard shot for 5'6" Jasmine Powell. Oh, Rakia!
The extra efforts that it takes just when it looks like the Gamecocks have a layup in transition. Rakia Jackson, the eraser.
Cardoso misses. Ashlyn Watkins, watch out! Does she do it on the road? No, she'll go for the layup. She's dunked twice in her young... She's only a sophomore.
It's incredible. The amount of growth that she's had from freshman year to sophomore year. And not just growth in skill set, but growth in it's starting to click for her. And that is scary for everybody else.
Bree Hall, no. South Carolina just one made 3 tonight. Hall gets a second chance. There's number 2. Puckett was there. Paopao. All kinds of traffic. 6'7", being 6'7".
Hey, for the Gamecocks, throw it up. Let Cardoso go get it. Finishes with the contact.
And that's the 4th foul on Tamari Key. Her size and her physicality. Tennessee only has 1 made field goal in the 4th quarter. And Jackson is fouled by Watkins.
Wear you down. So in the 4th quarter, every shot is difficult. Every decision is a tough decision. It teaches you how to be relentless, to do your work early, to not take plays off. And Kamilla Cardoso at times has a tendency to concede position, has a tendency to concede passing it back out on the perimeter. But in that last possession, when you see her get it and just bury defenders.
Under 2 minutes to go, South Carolina up 9. Passing through the double team to her teammate Ashlyn Watkins, who will finish and go to the line. My laser rocking the baby on the bench.
This is a tough play because there's a lot of physicality. The double team, a long double team. Watkins does a good job of getting inside of the defender. And yes, flex on him, Ashlyn Watkins.
do we think the dominant mentality is being passed along to Ashlyn Watkins?
Listen, I think Ashlyn Watkins has the dominant mentality gene in her already. I think now it's just figuring it out, all of the intricacies of what they do offensively and defensively, and it's so fun.
South Carolina plus 14 when it comes to scoring here in the second half. And Tennessee turns it over. Couldn't afford to do that with less than 90 seconds in the game. Down 11.
To Kamilla Cardoso. Yes, she's been dominant since the day she stepped foot on campus. There's no doubt about that. At Syracuse, she was dominant. Coming to South Carolina, learning how to not take possessions off, how to be consistent, how to become a pro.
And now she's got her 11th double-double of the season. You can add 3 assists and 3 blocks to that. Sarah Puckett with 15 points under a minute to go. Tennessee got a foul? Seconds. Cardoso right by Tamari Key.
And even off the court, they talk about how tight they are together. You can see it in the fourth.
And I love when Dawn Staley talks about if you're not performing, somebody else will. That's the quality of the depth, and understanding that when you come here, this is not equal opportunity. It is production-based.
And if you trust the process, it's going to pay off. South Carolina trailed at the half, but another test passed for the Gamecocks. Nobody has beaten South Carolina this year. They are 24-0. They have won 42 straight regular season games against SEC opponents, tied for the longest streak in conference history.
And another test on the road, another opportunity for this group to grow, to come together, to learn what it takes to do what they ultimately want to do and win a national championship. So a lot of good things they're going to get from this.
I think Raven Johnson has called this the revenge tour for South Carolina
and herself.
Look, Tennessee came out with a lot of energy. They really pushed South Carolina, but we saw the wear down factor of South Carolina's depth.